All right, here we go. It's the podcast, episode 1.
What's going on, boys? You know how we do it. We're just going to go over everyone's team. Going to trash on you a little. Going to praise your teams a little bit. You're going to watch half this and then argue in the group chat.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Let's just start this off with Mike's team. He's at the top.
DeAndre 3000, same team name as last year.
Come on, Mike. I mean, I'm rocking Team Sullivan, but you're rocking DeAndre 3000, same as last year. You don't get bonus points for that. So you have Andy Dalton, Christian McCaffrey, Spencer Ware, Dez Bryant, DeAndre Hopkins, Hunter Henry, Jarvis Landry in your starting lineup.
All right, well, to start off, Christian McCaffrey, I think, so we're going to go over your risk right now. Christian McCaffrey, the only risk that he is that he's a rookie and we don't know exactly how he's going to fit into Carolina, his usage. Because right now, Jonathan Stewart is technically their starting running back.
Yeah, I think that he has a lot of talent to be like a glorified Danny Woodhead, but he is a rookie. He's not super built for the NFL, I don't think. He kind of just looks like a Danny Amendola running out of the backfield. But he's making moves on Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, I mean, he gets past him. It doesn't look great.
Yeah,
he looks slow as shit.
Fucking worse than, I don't know.
It just looks like a white guy just trying to chop his feet,
though.
But he gets around him, so that's all that matters.
I don't really care what it looks like. It's like Lonzo Ball jump shot right there.
All right, then we got
Spencer Ware. I think he's a high volume guy in the beginning of the season. Kareem Hunt, you have him on your bench. I don't know when he's going to take over. Could be like a 50-50 thing. That's probably the worst case scenario for you because you don't really know who to start. You're probably going to want one of them to take over. You probably don't care who it is. You'd probably want Kareem Hunt. I think he's more talented. Spencer Ware is kind of just like, this guy fucking sucks, but let's just give him the ball 30 times and let's mash him with
No, but he's actually pretty good. He's just not sexy at all, But there's nothing special. But he gets the job done, and he actually was really good last year.
Dez and DeAndre, I mean, I was pretty shocked when you picked them and the end of the first round. Because, I mean, I'm not big on either of them. I don't like Dez Bryant or DeAndre, but I know they're both really good. But just for fantasy wise, Dez limited by that offense, DeAndre limited by his offense.
I mean, they're both fire wide receivers. They're both extremely talented and amazing at their.
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario is Dak Prescott really opens up his game besides checkdowns,
which he probably will
easily. And then Deshaun Watson starts, and he does pretty good like he did in the preseason game. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think they could both be good. I don't know. I just don't see them.
I think there's a lot limiting them to be a top tier.
I don't see them finishing where you drafted them. That's the only problem I had. I think Dez Bryant should go a little bit later, and DeAndre should go 1 to 2 rounds later.
I think they're second and third round picks.
Yeah, but he really likes them. So if you
you go with your gut.
They're going to be good, then you picked them there, which is fine. Hunter Henry, I really like. But, yeah, he was a rookie last year. I think he's definitely going to get a lot more playing time. He's a good vertical threat for Phillip Rivers. But they're getting a bunch of pieces back, so I don't know if he's going to be able to get the targets. Obviously, he's going to get a lot more snaps than Antonio Gates.
So, what I'm seeing with your team, Mike, it just seems like a consistent theme that you have a lot of, great, talented players. But, they're just, we don't know what they're all going to do.
They're in bad situations.
But, we just don't know what they're going to do because they all could easily, DeAndre could, he went off with Brian Hoyer. Yeah, quarterback sucks.
Yeah, no one's questioning that Jarvis, DeAndre, and Dez Bryant and Christian McCaffrey aren't good, but, they're just in weird situations where we have no idea, what's the read on them. You can draft DeAndre in the first round like you did, or you could draft him at end of the third. So it's we don't really know where their ceiling is at.
Yeah, but
and I think Jarvis Landry definitely takes a hit when Cutler went in because he's more of a Devontae Parker type of guy.
He's called Devontae Parker, faster Alshon, and now they're best friends, and that's just they're gonna be buddies.
Cutler just throws to one guy. He doesn't have enough brain capacity to realize he has other wide receivers on the field.
All right,
so he's I'm gonna throw to Jarvis or I'm gonna throw to the quarterbacks.
But I think Jarvis is also too good to be overlooked.
He's definitely really good.
To be overlooked, Alshon was his best friend in Chicago, but they also didn't have a Jarvis Landry. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have a guy of that caliber.
Yeah, I definitely think he takes a little bit of a hit, but he's still a really good wide receiver 3.
Yeah, and all right, so just to quickly run over some favorites on your bench. I actually really like your bench. I think it's one of the strongest in the league. Between Zach Ertz, Mike Wallace, Doug Martin, Kareem Hunt, and Kelvin, like, that's a very solid,
Yeah,
like...
you got solid fill-ins.
Like, I wouldn't drop any of those guys, and most of the time you see in a 12-man,
Like,
your
almost
bench
the
is
entire
filled
bench
with
is
just
droppable.
droppable. So,
Yeah.
like, that's really good.
Yeah, you got a strong bench, a little question marks in your starting lineup, but overall, I think should be a pretty consistent team.
Yeah, consistent, solid overall.
Go to Team Iguanadana.
Mets' team, however the fuck you pronounce that. I don't know what you were getting at. I
Yeah,
almost
I
thought
don't
you
know.
meant, like, Iguodala, but that can't be it.
I don't really know what's going on there,
So-
but I like it a lot.
So here's the deal. Like, I don't know how the fuck you ended up with this team. It blows my mind every time I look at it. There's one player that I have a problem with, and I don't even have a problem with him. I have a problem with his quarterback, and that's just Allen Robinson.
I mean, personally, I don't like 4 of the players on this team. But
What, Doug
But
Baldwin,
2 of
Lamar
them are
Miller.
still good. I just don't like them. Doug Baldwin and Lamar Miller, I'm not huge fans of. Although Russell Wilson looks fucking ridiculous.
All right,
last
but
night.
you ended up with Aaron Rodgers. That blows my
Yeah, that was a
mind
really
because
good
he's
pick.
supposed to go in the fucking second round, way before you even get your second pick. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then Doug Baldwin's also and Lamar Miller are both third round. You know, that's where they're going.
Yeah,
And you ended up with them both.
Yeah, Allen Robinson and Tyrell Williams. Well, Allen Robinson to begin with. Like, Chad Henne's going to be the starting quarterback. So that's a bloodbath. Like, you have, I don't know.
But,
maybe
like,
it's
he
good.
could
I
be
don't
better
know.
than... I think anything's better than Blake. Because, like, you saw the videos, dude.
I
Like,
know.
we were debating, O'Hay would make those passes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I'm picking O'Hay every time, man.
Yeah, like, we had a legitimate
like a-
debate on Xbox.
Yeah, it was like a 10-yard out route, and he, like, missed it, like, 3 yards over his head. It was, like, the easiest pass ever.
Yeah, and
No
it
pressure, just fucked it up.
Yeah, so...
So he definitely Blake Bortles is ass. But Tyrell Williams, I don't like. I mean, last year, yeah, he was startable because they didn't have anyone on. Like, they died. The entire
Yeah.
team was dead.
Just a full plague.
So it's like, this year, I don't think he's going to be
But
able
maybe
to do
he
much.
developed a rapport with the quarterback, Phil Rivers, and, he was a good, like, check down option last year.
I think Jeremy Maclin is going to be much better than Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, and also your bench got pretty crazy, too. Like, your Mark Ingram on your bench. Like, he's not sexy at all, but, like, that's
Yeah,
a crazy
he's a
guy
fine
on your
fill-in,
bench.
Yeah. I like Martellus Bennett, too. I think he could be pretty good. He did amazing last year with Patriots when Gronk was out. Aaron Rodgers doesn't really throw to the tight end, but
Yeah, he hasn't really produced a tight end one in, like, a long time.
if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Martellus Bennett. as
Yeah,
of late,
so,
whoever
I mean, you
he's
also
at.
got him late, but, like, between David Johnson, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Miller, and I don't know why you don't like Doug Baldwin. He's playing sick in preseason already. But I think your team is very, like, explosive.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the better teams in the league. You just got all your players really good value when you drafted them.
Yeah,
I just
dude.
don't love Allen Robinson and Tyrell, but other than that, you have a solid team.
Yeah,
I think everyone's team has like mainly 2 positions that I'm not like fond
well,
of.
that's where your
and
risk
that's
comes
just
from.
like a 12-man.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, it's not that I
typical.
don't like. It's not that they're going to be really bad. It's just I don't. I think there's a lot of risk.
Well, there's one team that has risk at every position, but
and we'll get to that later.
yeah.
Anyway, Joe's team. I don't know what the fuck you're going. Like, what is Azor High? I don't know.
Azor a 9, a high.
A high. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were going for like the Allahu Akbar type, but like
I
that's
don't
not
think
close
that's
to
it.
it. So but I'm playing you week 1, and but to get
Well,
into your team,
I definitely like the team.
yeah,
it's
dude,
super-
I've told you this a lot that I really like this team.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the most consistent team in the league, I think. Like, I don't think you're ever going to have a bad week. I think it's going to be interesting, though, because a lot of the teams in our league ended up being like we have a lot of teams that can explode every week. As far as consistency normally is the safe route to go in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of the 3 most consistent wide receivers in the NFL are Michael Crabtree, Larry Fitzgerald, and Jameson Crowder.
yeah,
and
they're
you
all
have
the same
3 of
player.
them.
Like,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
Michael Crabtree is like, he's a touchdown guy.
so he could explode.
But, like, Larry and Crowder, they're going to get 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, but they're going to have 8 catches a game.
Drew
So,
Brees, perennial.
Yeah, Drew Brees is, you know what you're gonna get with Drew Brees. I mean, he sucks on the road, but like he doesn't suck, but he just doesn't do Drew Brees things on the road. But it's still fine. Like it's worth it.
Yeah, it's.
And
not,
then you have LaShawn and Leonard Fournette.
LaShawn could lead the Bills in fucking passing. Like he could get like the most
receiving.
Yeah,
and passing maybe.
Well, he
Tyrod
does.
Taylor
I'm pretty
sucks,
sure he
man.
threw a touchdown last year anyway. But yeah,
Yeah,
LaShawn
but
is
Leonard
fucking
Fournette,
fire.
the foot injury.
But is he saying it'll be good for week 1?
Yeah,
like,
but that
nothing
scares
to
me.
worry about.
That scares me.
Yeah, it's
if he's talking about being maybe questionable for week 1, and they're going up to the 3rd preseason game, I thought he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be good for the preseason game.
Yeah,
When
but
I see
like
it's week
this
1,
is
it's
like what they did with
oh,
Brandon Ingram in the NBA. Like you get a little hurt, like you just take a hard fall, and they're like, "Fuck everything, fuck preseason."
Oh yeah, he's
fuck
obviously
the
gonna
summer
sit
league.
out.
Not
like,
worth
you're
it.
like supposed to be the franchise player,
Yeah.
like in a couple of years.
It's just not worth.
It's a little worrisome because he had ankle and foot injuries at fucking LSU, and he didn't play a lot last year. So
yeah,
bet you didn't know that, Joe. You're fucked. Season's over, buddy. But yeah, this is like a really consistent team. Kyle Rudolph, I think he's really consistent too.
Yeah,
he's gonna be good.
Touchdown, he's their red zone guy. They look at him,
And I don't like the bench, but Bilal Powell and Cameron Meredith are actually really 2 good players. I think.
I also like Jonathan Stewart. He's still the starting running back right now, and you get him so fucking late. You get him so
late. He might
late.
actually die, guys.
Marquise Lee, if Allen Robinson can't get points, he definitely can't.
I don't like Doxson. I don't like Lee.
Eli's the GOAT.
Eli's obviously
So,
gonna be
like,
the
you
number
might have
one
won the
quarterback this
league.
year. And then Joe Williams, yeah. He's just a flyer.
But moving on.
Yeah. Now we're going to go to Team Rickman.
Yeah, this fucking kid. We're not even going to ask you for a team name, Kyle. We're not going to ask you for
Kyle, we don't
to
need
respond to trade
Don't
offers
respond to the
quickly.
trades.
Just set your lineup every week.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I don't want to see Odell go to waste, all right, Kyle?
For the 2nd year in a row.
But either way, I like the team.
I do really like the team.
I think it has the most risk second most.
Really? Second most? There's one other guy that I would throw with more
It's close.
risk.
It's close.
Kinda. It's debatable.
It's close.
I mean, there's one that has the most risk.
If I'm looking at every position here, I see risk at 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. Maybe 5. Cam Newton I'll throw in there, honestly.
So I actually don't see these running backs, Todd Gurley and Marshawn Lynch, as much risk.
I see them as a lot of risk.
Todd Gurley, I think, like, people
You
don't
just-
realize how good he did last year. He actually did pretty good on a terrible offense. You drafted him in
I'm
the first
definitely
round.
confused.
No, he was still an RB1. He came in at
Did
RB18.
awful, guys.
Yeah, because you drafted him in the first
Did
round.
awful.
If
RB18, is that
the
what you
whole
want, Kyle, when you
team-
drafted Todd Gurley?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The line got better. The offense got better. They actually have a wide
It's
receiver
horrendous.
1. Jared Goff is
I mean, I
looking
hear-
fucking nice in preseason. Like, he's
Yeah, I mean, I think Todd Gurley will do good this year, but that's a lot. That's
he's
a lot of
dominating
risk.
joint practice. They literally said, like, he's dominating.
There's
He's-
a lot of risk there. And
so-
there's even more risk with Marshawn.
And he's going to get a
who's been
ton
out
of
of football
carries.
for
He's
a
going to
year.
get a ton of carries, and they want to see him in the passing game. And I'm pretty sure he came out and said he's going to get 1,000 yards receiving.
That's
and
hilarious.
I mean, I don't think it's true, but, like, shoot for the stars, and if you land on the moon, it's not that bad. So I think that's where Todd Gurley's headed at, and I think
mean,
he's
yeah,
a
the
great
moon for him
pick.
is like 300 yards receiving, so
So,
we'll see.
like, and now Marshawn, like, worst comes, like, he gets 10 touchdowns this year. It's going to happen. He's getting every goal line. Like,
I
if they
mean,
get
yeah,
within
he
10
might
yards,
miss a
like,
lot of
they're
games,
handing
though.
him the ball.
I could see him missing a lot of games.
Yeah, so there's that risk with, him being out for a
Odell,
year.
obviously no risk. Maybe the greatest player we'll ever see.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, a lot of risk, I think, but they'd like him a lot.
I think it's just because of the unknown. But, like, his role has increased substantially.
It's
He
just
was
like
only
Alex
in 49%
Smith. I don't know
of
if Alex
snaps.
Smith is able to like get Tyreek going.
Yeah, but I like Andy Reid and the way they're going to utilize
Yeah, it
him.
doesn't
They
really matter,
love
though,
him.
'cause it's like,
they got
honestly,
rid of
like,
Macklin.
You throw like screens to Tyreek Hill and he'll score.
Or,
so
like,
it's just,
end arounds and kinky shit like that. Like,
yeah, he has no punt
and they
returns
love
kick
him, and
returns, though.
he's now moving to, he's literally in like 95% of snaps, and last year he was only in
Yeah,
like
he's gonna be their
49,
wide
so
receiver
like his
one.
role increased so much, and he did really fire last year.
You have Travis Kelce, who's
Also on Kansas
definitely
City.
he's consistent. I think He's basically
he
like
came
a
in
poor
at
man's
tight end
Gronk.
one.
Like, he's good.
He was last
He's
year's
really
top
good.
tight end,
Yeah.
but he's kind of like the Jarvis Landry of tight ends. Like
Yeah,
he's
if
gonna.
the Chiefs' offense.
He got
has a bad-
1,000. He got over 1,000
Yeah,
yards.
if the
last
Chiefs'
year.
offense has a bad week, Kyle's sitting with a fat L.
Yeah, probably. And
Smart
then you have
receiver, too,
Deshaun
too.
Jackson.
Yeah,
in
Deshaun.
there.
I really don't think he's gonna be
Dude,
good.
a lot of people like him this year. Like Ross was telling me that he loves him.
I don't know why. I mean, if Ross likes the player, you have to drop him immediately.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson, he's gonna get 160-yard touchdown every 4 games, and then maybe 30.
But here's the deal,
yards
Kyle.
in the
If you
other
never move
ones,
him out of your lineup, you're gonna get all of them. They're all gonna
that's
count
true.
for you.
Keep him in there, Kyle. Actually, Kyle's not gonna listen to this, and he's not gonna check his lineup, so he's gonna.
So you'll get
Leave him in
the
there anyway.
benefit of that, even
Does
though
have Giants-
Devontae Parker.
He does have Giants defense. That might win him every game.
Yeah, probably gonna win you every game.
Yeah, but you also have Devontae Parker, which Jay Cutler loves. So.
Yeah, literally, he's gonna be. I think this is that breakout year. There, everyone's looking for him, and it just took a fucking
I'm
shitty
sure
Jay
he's gonna
Cutler.
get hurt, honestly, but he gets hurt every fucking year. James White, I like Ted Ginn too. Latavius Murray, I don't really like.
Well, yeah, because you're fucking Dalvin Cook. But if Dalvin Cook shits the bed and Latavius comes
No,
back,
if Dalvin Cook shits the bed, it's not going to be because Dalvin Cook's bad. It's going to be because that offense is shitty and Latavius Murray won't be able to do anything. He got the most carries within the 10-yard line last year,
yeah. So we'll.
more than LeGarrette Blount.
He also is coming from an amazing line, and
Yeah.
the Vikings is not even close to amazing.
And then the other players on your bench, just backup QBs, backup RBs.
All right, but Kyle, I do like your team. I think it could be very explosive.
Yeah, I think it's pretty risky though.
Yeah, a little more risk than the last couple we've read. All right.
Team Elf.
Here we go, Dom.
Savannah. I love the team name.
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
Tom, you're dealing with extremes, I think. I think, your wide receiving core, I'd argue, even with Jordan Reed, you have the best 4 most explosive receivers on a single team together. And that's counting Sully's team. There's not much to say about Antonio Brown and T.Y. Hilton. The only thing that could hold T.Y. back is we don't know what he's like without Andrew Luck, if he could put up the same numbers he did last year. Demaris has never been fucking bad, but he also has a QB controversy with Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, and that.
Yeah, I think it's Demaryius Thomas's worst year to date recently this year. But I also say that mostly every year about Demaryius Thomas. I just don't like that QB. I just don't see how he's gonna produce. I mean, he'll do similar to last year. He'll be almost.
Last year was good.
He'll be almost.
So
he'll
put him
be
in your
a,
flex if he's your flex.
No, I know. I think he's gonna be a little outside the top 20, which is good for a flex.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it's still Demaryius Thomas. He's still insane. He's a very good receiver.
Good,
and you have Jordan Reed, who's fucking Gronk.
But yeah, we're not really questioning your wide receivers here whenever we say that your team sucks. But it's really your running backs that just scare the shit out of me.
So Dom, and you also have Matt Ryan, who's
oh yeah, Matt Ryan.
So let's just say you have 2 crappy running backs. If all your receivers and shit perform, you don't really need fire running backs.
Yeah, if Zeke's out the first 6 weeks, I think you could win almost
every
you probably
game.
win 5 games.
Yeah.
Maybe T.Y. has a bad game or something like that, but
still, Antonio Brown, AB's not gonna have a bad game, and Demaryius is just gonna be Demaryius. He's never been bad.
I would assume you'd win at least 5 games.
Yeah, so this team is extremely explosive.
But once Zeke comes back, it's gonna be really hard to win.
He also has Amir Abdullah on his bench, who's I think is sneaky.
He's good.
He came out on fire
but
last
he only
year
has
before
one
he got
starting
hurt.
running back then.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy, dude, is.
I mean, Eddie Lacy, the stock's he's gotten even worse since we drafted.
Yeah.
Now they have another
Miles
running back,
Davis.
Mike Davis.
Mike Davis.
That wasn't even the running back I was talking about. There was another one that actually outperformed
Wait,
him. Look
really?
at this
No
update.
fucking
Yeah.
way. Well,
have an
CJ
update
Prosise
right here.
didn't play yesterday, so I think that could be why. But the coach really was excited to get CJ back in the mix.
Seahawks rookie running back Chris Carson outperformed Eddie Lacy in split reps with starters Friday in the preseason game.
Yeah, GG.
So that's Rawls, Prosise, Carson, Mike Davis, and Lacy in a backfield.
So we thought there
And
were
they all
3.
did good.
We thought there were 3, and now there's
5.
5.
So it's crowded, and the Seahawks don't have the best line. It's actually pretty shitty.
Yeah, I'd probably just move him out of your starting lineup right now.
Yeah, Amir and McFadden are gonna have to run it the first 6 weeks,
and then hopefully
and then you'll have to figure it out.
Waiver wired up.
Yeah, either the waiver wire or maybe Jeremy Hill is still getting goal line carries.
Dude, but here's the deal: you have extremely valuable assets. Maybe you go get rid of Demarius or something and get a running back. But I don't even know.
You just don't have
There's a huge argument here that I don't even know if you need fucking running backs with this wide receiver core. These guys can all win you a week by themselves.
You could do Demarius and Amir for more of a wide receiver 3 instead of Demarius, and then a better running back.
Yeah, I can see that. But Dom, that's completely up to you, my friend. I honestly would argue that I wouldn't change a thing and just fuck with what you got, because I think Amir and Darren McFadden are fine for the, as long as Zeke's, suspended. But yeah.
Yeah. Once he comes back, it's
very explosive.
Risky, yeah, you definitely got explosive wide receivers, obviously. Then we got Team McAvoy.
All right, the one that's better at drafting.
Yeah, it's funny.
He drafts
the McAvoy
fire.
Family. We got one kid that drafts fire. Turkey Bowl this draft. Now we got the other McAvoy who fucked up in the Turkey Bowl, fucked up in this draft.
Yeah, and just is fucked up constantly.
Yeah, he's out of his mind. I'll add that also. But anyway, let's go to Malky's team. We'll discuss Owens later. Russell Wilson, I don't but he did really good last night. He had 2 touchdowns.
So I also don't know. I think you just have you're jaded towards Seahawks because Russell Wilson is fucking crazy, and he was hurt at the beginning of last season.
I actually like him as a QB. I think he's a good QB, but I don't think he's a good fantasy QB.
No, but he is though. He perform and there's this stigma around him that he performs only at the end of seasons, he turns a switch on. But he was hurt at the beginning of last season.
Stigmas are real, then yeah.
But he was hurt.
He was hurt, but he was hurt.
And it was his ankle. He couldn't run. And as soon as he got a little healthier, him and Doug Baldwin went on.
I think it's a solid option.
So
I think it's better than most, but it's not amazing.
Yeah, but now let's move to Devontae. Devontae is the GOAT.
Is going to be really good this year because they got a new offensive coordinator. He says that he wants to go more of a one-back system. Obviously, they're going to kick Tevin out a little bit. Tevin, instead of getting 15 touches, he'll get 10, 8. But
still, I
mean, Devontae got the huge contract.
I don't even think you need to work.
He did insane in the Super Bowl.
He's
not
just crazy. He's a fire first-round pick.
Yeah, he was amazing. He's just really consistent, especially on that offense.
So, I mean, there's not much to say more about Devontae, but LeGarrette Blount. He's on Philadelphia.
He's also gotten worse since we drafted, probably.
Yeah,
he's
he hasn't
fumbling in the
performed.
preseason games. He's doing awful in camp.
I think they're still working out the kinks on where it's
They're
best to
saying that
use
he's
him.
splitting with someone now. There's a rookie that emerged, but I don't know.
Damn, Malky.
Yeah, I think you drafted him too early. That was the problem. I see him going in the 10th round in mock drafts, and you drafted him in the 6th.
Damn, Malky.
Damn, Malky.
God
so,
damn.
yeah. I mean, I don't,
But here's the deal.
Okay,
I mean, he's still a starting running back for now. They did bring him in. They paid him money.
Yeah,
so
I think
I don't
he'll
think
be okay.
he's still gonna. I think opportunity will be there.
Yeah. And the Eagles have a pretty good offense.
And
so
he's gonna get a goal line. You know what I mean? He's still worst comes to worst, he's a goal line back, and there's value in that.
Yeah.
Especially since their offense is upgraded, they're gonna be in that position way more than they were last season.
Yeah, I don't think he's terrible, but I think you drafted him a little too early.
Here we go with maybe other early picks that, questionably debatable. But you do draft fire wide receivers in the past.
A lot of early, who did he draft last year?
Me and you in the Turkey Bowl.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think you drafted a lot of your team early. LeGarrette, Brandon Cooks, Martavis. I think you drafted them all 1 to 2 rounds early. But I think they're all going to be okay.
Go. I think Martavis. I love Martavis so much, and I think he's going to be fine.
I'm the biggest Cooks fan.
So if you're reaching for Cooks, he's getting nothing but high praise from everybody. Yeah. Literally everybody is saying that this team with this team is insane. I think it's a Kevin Durant and Warriors type.
I mean,
of deal.
I don't want to bring up the Tom Brady 40 years old.
But
he's still,
if anyone's gonna break that, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he does. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be bad, like because no one's ever been good at 40. I don't think he's gonna be bad, but I don't think he's 40 touchdowns and 4,800 yards.
But
I think he's like a 30
maybe
touchdown.
you just get the ball to Brandon Cooks and he helps him out with that. He doesn't really have receivers that break plays open.
With LeGarrette Blount gone, I think that might actually add touchdowns to Tom Brady. They have Mike Gillislee, but he's not doing too hot. So
he's not even traveling with the team to joint practices.
Yeah. So Brandon Cooks is definitely going to be really good, I think.
And like Martavis is fucking sick.
He's got a lot of talent, but it's just like he's
insane.
He's done like really good games, but then he's done shit in a lot of games.
Yeah, but
I think he's good. I think he's going to be better this year. He'll probably improve a little bit. So
I think he's going to be fucking crazy. Like when did he get him? The third?
He got him in the third round.
All right,
I think that's
so that's
really
like
early.
definitely reaching.
I would say the 5th round is a good spot to get him.
Like that's reaching harder than Mets does in basketball. That's pretty hard, but
yeah.
If you're gonna reach for anybody on this roster, like I'm fine with it being Martavis.
But I think you drafted all your players at the tippy top of their ceiling,
yeah,
so you might be a little
Golden
disappointed.
Tate in his flex though, like is
Golden
being
Tate
overlooked.
is good in your flex. Like Golden Tate in the 3rd round is more reasonable than Martavis Bryant in the 3rd round. So
yeah,
I think it's
but
funny
would
how
you be surprised if Martavis finishes better than Golden Tate?
I wouldn't be surprised, but like I think it's funny how you flip flop them.
Yeah, and like you feel a little bit better.
But maybe you could have got someone better than Golden Tate in the 3rd and then Martavis in the 4th. That's what we're trying to say. But I still like the wide receivers. I think they're going to be really good.
Extremely
Walker,
explosive.
I think is solid. So
yeah, I do really like this team a lot, actually.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Corey Davis. I know you're like jerking him off, but
like Corey Davis
he's
is
like
also.
athletic,
They literally
yeah.
brought him in before his injury. They were saying he's the top wide receiver there,
yeah,
and that's
so we'll
what's
see
going to
what he
happen.
does.
So
I mean, it's still a dominant run team.
Yeah, they do have a great line.
Yeah, then Randall Cobb. I mean, Matt's over here praising that he's the next Devontae Adams.
I'm just saying that Aaron
saying
Rodgers
that they could
produces
easily
2 wide
switch,
receiver
but-
ones, and in the past, like it's just they could easily flip flop.
That
It
was
just
3
depends.
years ago.
Still, but
3
like
years
it
ago,
could,
Randall Cobb was actually
what was
actually
Devontae
good.
Adams 2 years ago?
He sucked.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
Did
take
he get really better, or did Aaron Rodgers' passes just
No.
go his way in the end zone?
Aaron Rodgers doesn't choose who to pass to. He passes to the open guy.
He's
and
a
Devontae
fucking
Adams was
genius.
open.
I know he doesn't choose, but like maybe Randall Cobb's open this year. I'm just saying it's something to look out for. And to have him on your bench, you can't. You got to admit, there's a small chance that could happen.
He maybe got better value, but I still don't think he did because I'm gonna go with the guy that produced most recently.
Yeah, I would hope you would because he's on your team.
Yep.
So that'd be
He's
a
definitely
problem.
on my team, and that's why I'm arguing for him, guys. But anyway, Charles Sims, I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's kind of kinky.
Yeah, I would think that he would be starting, but they love Jacquizz Rodgers for some reason.
Yeah,
They,
and
jerked that guy
Doug's
off,
going
so
nuts in preseason.
He's
but
on my
like,
roster, by the way.
Yeah.
But, Doug is doing really good, and they keep saying oh, it's not Doug's job, but I think that's just a motivation tactic,
coaching tactic.
Yeah, to try to get him work his ass off. So we'll see. Alan Hearns, I don't think
Seems
we'll be
like
able
it's
to do
working.
anything. Kenny Stills, I think could be okay flyer. But
I think a bump up with Jay Cutler.
Yeah. So now let's go on to.
All right, this is the team
this
of
is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And
we're on Team 9.
this is
Owen,
Team 9.
you got to get a team name
I like
to
Team
help
9,
out with
that's
the
fire.
risk on your team.
No, Team 9. That's the place he's gonna come in. It's good. Maybe change to 12. I don't know.
Blasted.
Anyway, Derek Carr. I like him. Matt doesn't.
I don't. I think he plays an extremely hard division.
He does play
You
a
can't.
really
Last
hard
year, you
division.
couldn't start him 6 games
Yeah.
out of the year. He plays the Broncos twice,
Well,
the Chiefs fucking
I'm playing
twice.
him against the Chargers.
Yeah, no, but that
Actually, the Chargers have a really good team. Joey Bosa.
I don't think he did
Verrett,
good. Last
Hayward.
year, he had some. He was
Yeah,
very
they have really good cornerbacks actually.
He's very
But still.
situational. He ate up
Yeah.
terrible defenses.
Yeah,
though.
the Chiefs and the Broncos. That's just those are 2 of the best defenses. in the
Yeah, you're
league,
not
so.
fucking playing him against that. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I didn't even think about that. So you're gonna.
That's
need
why
a
people
backup.
stay away from
But
Amari.
against bad teams, he's gonna be really good.
DeMarco
Marco,
Murray.
yeah, I think he's amazing.
I
Did he
always
draft him
think
a
he-
little too early.
You
I
think so?
he did.
I don't think so.
Because I think he could have got DeMarco Murray.
in the
or,
second.
No, he could have got.
pick someone and then
He could have got a
DeMarco?
wide receiver, and then he could have got DeMarco. But apparently Mike Spiro said he was going to draft DeMarco. So
no
if you
worry.
think you're not going to get him, you
But
gotta
like, here's
reach
the,
for
I
him a
would
little
take
bit.
DeMarco
It was
in
probably
the
worth
first.
it.
I would
think
take
he's
him in the
probably
first.
like he's close to a first round
He's
value.
29 years old. That line is rated like number 3, I think.
Yeah.
On Pro Football Focus, like, and that's insane. He catches the ball, and like, here's the deal: he's fending off an amazing running back in Derrick Henry. People say if DeMarco went down, Derrick Henry has top 5 talent, and the fact that they're not even trying to work Derrick Henry into, like, he's literally a backup. That's all he is. They are not trying to groom him whatsoever. That just shows you how much they're committed to DeMarco Murray, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And here is now the most questionable.
I think it's just from here on out, it's just a lot of risk, and
Super
like
risk.
you have like 5 positions with risk, and
Huge risk.
a lot of the teams in our league only have like 2 positions with risk.
Yeah,
Some
a
of the
lot
bad
of
teams
risk.
have like 3. So
super risk.
super risk.
So-
But like you
like-
also have tons of potential. Well, obviously when there's risk, there's also potential. Like if
for
I'm saying-
reward.
if I'm saying like your team has super risk, they obviously have super high potential. But like I don't know if that's worth it to
I don't
draft
even- but
5
that-
positions with that much risk in them.
So
Because
here's-
like best case scenario, like 4 of them work out and one of them isn't going to work out. It's just how it's going to go. There's
probably
no
2
way
to 3 of them.
yeah. I mean, in
Keenan
reality,
Allen and
2
Gronk.
in
If the
reality,
Gronk played
2
6 games last season.
Yeah,
Look at
Gronk-
the last
I
season
think
Gronk's played.
Gronk's played like 20 games in the last 4 years,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Like Keenan Allen has played 1 in the last 2.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon, he like
Doesn't
punched
have
a
a
chick
start.
in the face. Like, I mean, yeah, you could use that argument that they drafted him that early. They want to like just because he punched a chick in the face, they're gonna want to put him in. If they're gonna take the heat for him and they drafted him, they're gonna want to use him. You say he's as good as Le'Veon Bell? There's just no way he is. Like I've watched him play, he's not as good as Le'Veon Bell. But like I think he is really good. I watched him. It's just like sometimes that's not how the NFL works.
So here's
and
the-
especially because that line is not good. Like that line is like
I think
bottom
Joe
10.
Mixon actually might be the least of your worries because I do think not the least. He out of all your risky players, I think
no, because he's not gonna get hurt.
I think he's
and
gonna get
by,
the job
At
eventually.
least by week 8, he'll have the job.
Yeah, but that's really late for especially because you don't really have another running
Because
back
I
on
don't
your
see
bench.
Keenan Allen, Brandon Marshall. I mean, Keenan Allen and Gronk. I don't see them playing over like probably 20 games combined.
Yeah,
I don't see
so,
them.
if
I'll give them,
Gronk
like,
plays
25.
over like 10 games, I think that's a win for you, but you can't expect more than that. That's even a reach. He only played 6 games last season, but here's the deal with Gronk. Let's say Gronk played all 17 or 16 games, like he would
go in the first round. And if Joe
I'd
Mixon,
take him arguably
and
like before AB.
If Joe Mixon was the undisputed only RB on that team, he would go in the second
and I know,
or third round.
and like we're not
And
questioning like
if we know Keenan Allen's playing 16 games, he's going in the second round. But those are all ifs, and you have a lot
but
of
actually,
them.
I don't even know if Keenan Allen. He's really who knows how he's gonna fit back into this offense after
you tear
tearing an
your
ACL
twice. It's
and he's not
It's
even
not easy.
he's not even a touchdown guy for
but
the most
apparently he's
part.
doing really good.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works.
And then
out.
Brandon Marshall, I think it's just too early. A lot
Yeah,
of these
he
people
goes
are just
very,
too
very
early.
late.
He goes really late. Who knows what he's gonna do on that team? He had a horrible year
Literally,
last year.
like,
I mean,
the
yeah, they
only
don't have
way
a QB,
he has a
but
good year.
Eli Manning is not known for doing 2 wide receivers.
No,
He's
And
barely.
I think
He's
he
barely known.
did- yeah.
He's barely known for one. It's
Yeah.
Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
That's
literally,
why.
like the reason why Odell's Odell is
he
'cause
does a
he, like, hits him with
5-yard
the-
slant route,
Yeah,
and then
and
it's a
then-
98-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
so.
like that's what happens with Odell. That's not Eli.
I mean, I'm not saying Eli is that bad, but like he's just not known for getting insane stats. He literally averages like 1 touchdown a game, and Brandon Marshall is going to be built on touchdowns. So Evan Ingram's another target. They just have so many weapons.
and
I don't
like
know if they
Odell's
can do
still
it.
getting his in the end.
Yeah,
zone.
and that line is still terrible.
Yeah, so
it's just like I don't know how much he
risk
can really
fest so
do.
forth. So let's just say like, Brandon Marshall doesn't get touchdowns. Keenan Allen gets hurt. Gronk gets hurt. Joe Mixon doesn't have the starting job till week 5 or 8. And I know you're probably saying like, but he's gonna get the starting job. Like it doesn't make sense. But the NFL, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
If Jeremy Hill does okay, they're gonna.
Yeah, if Jeremy
they're
Hill's
gonna-
doing fine, they're not gonna.
They're
put
not just
Joe
going to
Mixon
throw
in.
Joe Mixon into the Sharks. Like, that's not what you do with rookies. You kind of make them earn the job. A lot of coaches go about it, especially a guy with this much baggage that they probably don't like as a person too much because he did shit like that. But it's just, he could end up not getting the job because even what if he does shitty when he goes in?
Not to mention they have Giovanni Bernard, which as much as you
all
think
the passes are going to him.
Yeah, you think that he sucks. I mean, he's a good back. If he doesn't he's gotten hurt like every single year.
It's just
He doesn't get
crowded,
hurt,
you
that's
know.
another
You want
player.
to stay away from crowds. Like this is literally like the Seahawks.
It's just not a great situation. It's just the talent is there. It's just not a good situation.
Like I think next year or maybe the end of this year, Joe
and
Mixon
I'm just
is
saying,
going
even,
very,
even if he gets that starting spot, it's not a.
It's also the
it's
Bengals.
a terrible line.
They lost Whitworth. Like
Yeah,
their line got
it's
worse.
awful. They lost their best lineman and like one of their other good linemen. So, yeah. And then Emmanuel Sanders, I think he's gonna regret. Like I think that entire offense is gonna do worse this year than they did last year.
It's like weird because you would hope like
'Cause
Trevor
I
Siemian
think
takes a step
I
forward.
think it's gonna be
but
like a Simeon.
they want
Lynch.
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah.
I don't even think they want Siemian.
It's gonna be like a battle the
They're
entire year.
throwing a battle up like they just want Paxton to win. They're gonna keep having that battle till Paxton Lynch wins it.
And then the bench is like your
that's
first.
what I mean,
Your
AP,
first RB off the bench is AP. Like what's gonna happen?
I know you're saying it's Adrian Peterson, but it sounds like just like a ton of nostalgia is why you picked him.
Yeah,
Because
I
like if you
think
look
he's
at
just-
like if you take away the name right now and
It's
just look at the
injuries
situation,
on
you wouldn't pick him
injuries,
because
and
Mark
he's
Ingram
just-
they still have. He's
Yeah.
not even a
They
don't-
drafted a rookie too, Alvin
Yeah,
Kamara.
yeah,
So it's like
who's doing really well, but like you also don't like is AP doesn't even catch passes that
it's
much.
another bad situation.
like in
with a player who's just aging and injured.
yeah. So and then Dante Moncrief I like, but also
Yeah, I think
relies.
he could be good. He
But without Andrew
100%
Luck, does he
relies
get
on Andrew Luck.
touchdowns? Like-
His health is a concern. He's missed. He finished 75th, and then 36th wide receiver. So, I mean, you're still waiting on him to break out. He's no surefire thing. Corey Coleman's pretty good, and then everyone else is
But
really
Brock
just,
Osweiler is fucking QB. Like,
yeah, it's true. You're not getting anything done with that.
just very unsafe, Owen.
Yeah, you got a huge risks, a lot of places in your lineup, but when you get risk, you get rewards. If it all works out, your team will be good. I just don't see it working out very well for you.
I mean, I don't know if I want to make this reference, but since it's just going to our friends, your team looks like the Twin Towers, and like, as soon as those steel beams get hot, it just fucking goes crashing down.
Oh my god.
So we'll see how this season goes for you, Owen.
Anyway, now that we know Matt is in ISIS. All right, Team Ross.
Here we go, Russo.
Yeah, I mean, no way Ross changes his name. It's just way too much work for that kid.
But like, he changed it to Ross. Like, that's kind of
No,
like.
he put that in.
I'm pretty sure his
He put
name is
that in.
Christian Russo, so he like changed his
Yeah.
team name to
Good
Ross.
shit, Ross.
So like, it counts.
All right. Jameis Winston, I like him this year. He's high volume quarterback.
Way
so
better.
I think that's good.
Like a lot more pieces to this offense.
Yeah, they have Mike Evans, Deshaun, Doug Martin should be good again. So yeah, it's a pretty good offense.
Jameis is fine. I think you got him pretty late, so that's
Yeah.
pretty flames.
Zeke, I think you drafted. It was a little early.
But like, who knows how far he would have fell? This was the weekend right after we found out he got suspended.
Yeah,
for
I don't
6
think
games.
anyone really knew what was going on.
So
and
like,
where to pick him.
if you
I
took
don't
him,
know.
when he take him, like the second or third.
Yeah, he took him at the end of the second.
So but like, I mean, he's top 3 player off the board if he's not suspended. So
Yeah,
the
100%.
reward is definitely there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think he has any fill-ins. That's the only problem. I mean, he has Paul Perkins and Frank Gore. I think both those running backs do bad this year.
But actually, no. Like Frank Gore's gonna do it again, like he does
there's
every
no
single
way he
year.
does.
No,
There's
but
no way.
I mean, there's gonna be a year where he
had
falls
his
off.
No, but he
but-
had his worst year last year.
Yeah,
his
but
yards
he's still
per carry
he's still
were
like an RB2.
terrible. Yeah, because he got so many touches. He had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, so
I don't think it happens again. They drafted some rookies. Ty Montgomery. If he
who
does
I
like
love.
if he does like what he did at like weeks like 12
I
or
think
whenever
he's just
he
a
played,
good football
like
player. Like
it
this,
was just
like he had insane games last
yeah,
year.
it was just like 10 catches for 100 yards out of the backfield. He only
But,
gets like
he had a couple through
he
the
only gets, like, 8
tackles,
carries,
runs that were
but-
like kind of nuts.
I just don't think he's going to be able to stay in RB. Like I think they're going to move him and they're going to put the rookie in.
I think
it's just going to be he's kind of going to play like a Danny Woodhead. He's just going to get 10 catches, but he's just
But
going to
here's
run
the
like
deal.
3
We're in
times.
PPR. You rather him get it off a catch.
no,
like
like if he's getting if he's playing like he did in those couple games where he went off, like he's definitely a really high end RB2.
Yeah, so
I just don't know if they're gonna be able to do that game plan again.
and if he somehow locks the job down all season, like he could finish RB1, like in a
Yeah,
low
yeah,
RB1.
definitely. Jordy Nelson, I mean,
I don't know
he's
why people didn't like this pick in the first round.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, I
He's literally
I drafted Mike Evans before him, and I see the argument of where you're drafting Jordy Nelson before Mike Evans.
People draft him before Mike Evans, AJ Green.
Yeah, both of them.
Right after the big three.
Yeah, Jordy. I mean, he did insane. Was he the number 1 wide receiver last year?
No, it wasn't number 1.
AB was. He was number 2.
Yeah, he was
so coming off a torn ACL, it's
like,
just he was
Aaron
so
Rodgers
good.
is your quarterback.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback. You're not going to do bad. So as long as he doesn't get hurt, which he's not injury prone, I don't think. I mean, when you tear your ACL, you're injury prone, but it's a year removed. He should be fine.
Yeah, no, I love
So
Jordy.
I like that pick. Alshon Jeffrey, I mean, talking about injury prone.
I think he does better than last year, though.
No, I think he's going to be really good, and if he stays healthy, he's going to be really good. Like definitely wide receiver 2 numbers, but he's like hurt every single year.
And like he didn't
He's
even
the
get his
definition of
touchdowns
injury
last
prone.
year, but like if he gets his touchdowns,
I mean, he has Carson Wentz compared to Jay Cutler and whoever is throwing them the ball, so it's much better.
Yeah.
Greg Olsen, just extremely consistent. He's like a better Jason Witten. He's just like so consistent.
Travis Kelce type of guy.
He's just always going to get 1,000 yards. Touchdowns weren't there last year, but I think Cam Newton does a lot better this year.
Yeah.
So he should improve a little bit. And then Paul Perkins, I don't think that's a viable flex. Personally, that our line is just too bad.
I think Kenny Britt is.
Kenny Britt, maybe, if Brock Osweiler kills
I think everyone
himself.
sleeps on Kenny Britt.
Tevin Coleman, maybe. I know they're trying to like use him a little bit less, but like he could still break out.
Samaje Perini might take over. Who the fuck knows? It's like Samana.
I mean, you could probably trade like Paul Perkins to Messer for like David Johnson, maybe.
Yeah, no, Messer would do that.
But yeah, I like Rose's team. Once Zeke comes back, the problem is I don't like his running backs, and Zeke's still not. And Zeke's not going to be there.
Yeah, but he has 3. Like if Paul Perkins, Tevin Coleman, and Frank Gore don't produce, what are the odds of all of them crashing and burning?
No, but I don't think any of them are going to put up RB2 numbers.
I just think he needs them to do okay. Like, have a couple good weeks while Zeke is out. And Zeke, what if his games get down to 4?
If you win like 2 games, suspension reduced, yeah, you're definitely in there.
Like, I think you got to steal in Zeke if it's 4 games. I would have taken it.
Yeah,
if he was at 4 games
and
he took it on the chin,
I would. The second round.
Yeah. Arguably the end of, like, I would even think about taking him at the end of
All right, so now we got Sablasha Rasha. Oh, hey language probably means wake the fuck up, dude. But he's got Tom Brady, the GOAT, Ward Melville QB, picking up the GOAT NFL QB. It just makes sense here.
It makes a ton of sense.
And he has the second GOAT on his bench, Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Crowell, I think Matt jerked off to him.
Here's the deal. Like, Isaiah is going to be an RB1. He's fucking flames.
Woo!
They're leaning on him. They love him. He had 40 catches last year. They're just going to keep throwing him the ball.
Duke Johnson, baby.
Yeah, because he's going to be a wide receiver. But the backfield is the Isaiah Crowell. He's going to be... He's a great pick. I was going to take Carlos Hyde for you and trade you for him in a heartbeat.
My mind was blown when
I didn't
I think
pick
you're
every
valuing
20 picks.
Carlos Hyde way too much.
Just because he
gets
injured.
hurt. Offense sucks.
So there's your risk.
I think he's really good, though.
I think the offense gets better.
If you look at the beginning of the game this year, look at his first game, and look at last year, he probably had 40 points his first game. He's just like he's a first game monster. It's like a free win.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of fire. And then he has good wide receivers.
I love his wide
Amari and Garcon. Garcon's kind of like. And even Eric Decker is a great bench option.
I think Garcon's a sleeper. People are
Garcon is good in PPR.
Shit, but
it's fine. But he's a consistent PPR
he's
guy.
Consistent. He does his job. Amari, he's amazing.
Has him schedule.
Yeah, he's in.
He's never division. Really actually he's had sick games. They're like, oh, Amari's sick.
I don't think he's ever lived up to where he's been drafted.
No, you could tell that he's he's really good, but it's just I don't know why it's not working out.
You don't
completely.
talk about him with AJ Green or those guys.
Yeah.
People are waiting for that breakout. But I mean, if he's my wide receiver 1, I'm fine with that.
And he's a wide receiver 2.
Yeah. So But he has Julio
and
Amari.
So if Julio plays 14 games, your team's looking pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. Eric Ebron will be good.
Yeah.
Matt Forte, if he stays healthy for
I think he's overlooked.
I mean, you're getting 8 games out of him guaranteed, no more. But those 8 games could be pretty fire.
They were fire last year.
So he could fill in for Hyde, but. Yeah, I like the team. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, man. Never offer me Tyler Lockett in a trade again, though.
Get blasted.
All right.
Does
that leave us with ours?
Yeah, we're gonna do our teams. We're just gonna talk about.
You can hear our honest takes on each other's teams.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about And I'm gonna talk about things that I thought I did wrong in the draft. Like I'm not gonna say how my team's like all fucking almighty and amazing.
All right. Well, can I go first on your team?
Yeah. I'll just defend.
So here's my take on defend. Like I'm automatically gonna roast it, but here's.
I'm just gonna tell you why I did what I did.
All right. So the receiving core I think is second best in the league, and it could finish first best. I think Andrew Luck is gonna hurt Tom a little bit with Ty, but Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, like you guys. Don't you sleep on Michael Thomas. This guy is, he's Drew Brees is number one. He got 1,000 yards in his rookie season. Like he's probably gonna be the next. Like he's gonna break into AJ Green and those guys. Like he's that next.
He had 92 catches as a rookie.
He catches 79% of everything throwing at him.
Third in the league at catch radius.
And Brandon Cooks was on the team.
Like
goddamn, and now Brandon Cooks.
And you know what I like about it? Some people, whenever I said that, whenever that was my argument, like, it was like Brandon Cooks left, and they're like, oh, he's going to get the number one cornerback, and they're going to double because they don't have Brandon Cooks going over the top. And I say, yeah, but we added a shitty Brandon Cooks, Ted Ginn. You'll send him over the top. He could do the same thing that Brandon
Willie
Cooks
Snead's
did.
there.
Yeah, Willie Snead's still there. I think there is still other options on that offense, which will
and
keep
it's Drew
the heat
Brees. I think Michael Thomas is so good.
And they just created like a
He
chemistry.
caught 79% of his passes on that volume.
Yeah,
that is
think
crazy.
about it. If he gives him even more volume, which he will.
It's not like it was only
with
10
that
passes.
Same catch percentage, it's 110.
He has the highest floor, I think, out of the second round.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, not much to say there. He's a beast. Jack Doyle, I think, is a sleeper. I think they commit to him. They always run 2 tight ends, and I think they're going to do it again this year, but one's always the lead
Backup
guy.
tight end got hurt, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's kind of huge. Devontae Adams is... So let's just say the chips fall in his direction. He finished top 10 last year. That's nuts. And that just shows you what Aaron Rodgers can do. But, him and your flex, I think you have no risk there if you think about it. He's not like your wide receiver, too. He's your flex option.
Yeah. But like I said, I think everyone's team has at least 2 risk options, and mine are definitely... I think mine might even probably has 3.
I don't even know if I view Devontae Adams as the risk.
He's a little bit of risky.
Kinda.
Risk if I want him to live up to what he did last year, definitely.
Because I think he'll be,
a little bit, he'll be like 15th. I think he'll be like 15th around there.
Yeah,
Jack Doyle and Dalvin Cook are pretty risky. Dalvin Cook, obviously.
Yeah,
he has
here's the thing with
but
your risk
tight
is your
end
tight end. It's so replaceable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to Tight end being risky is okay.
Quarterback and tight ends are replaceable.
Most people's tight ends, if they have Hunter Henry or they have Martellus Bennett, if they don't have Gronk, Travis Kelce, or Greg Olsen,
stream somebody
you're
that's
gonna
get
10 points a week
team.
Anyway. Jack Doyle, he got 5 touchdowns in 45 targets.
Yeah.
So it's he's a touchdown machine, honestly, I think. Andrew Luck threw to the tight end the 3rd most out of any quarterback last year.
So we recorded this again before yesterday, right? And that was before we saw Dalvin Cook in the preseason game, and this kind of changed everything I thought about him. I thought Dalvin Cook was going to be, probably the center, the focal point of his risk. But, after last night's preseason game, he went fucking off. He did so fucking good, and I think they're committed to him. I don't see Latavius taking the job.
Yeah, he had 5 yards per carry. He had 3 catches for 15 yards.
And now he's going in the 3rd round.
He's a 3-down back. Yeah,
people are throwing him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, there are reports that he's going to the 3rd round.
But I think Jordan Howard's more of a risk than him right now, just because it's the fucking Bears.
Yeah, that offense is gonna be.
But
weird.
I love Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah. I think
Mike Glennon's aides.
Both my running backs' offenses are bad, but they're both really young and they're both really talented.
I think the Vikings got so much better from last year.
I think Sam Bradford's really good.
Stephon Diggs did sick last night.
Adam Thielen's good. Kyle Rudolph. They have good options.
I think
their line is really bad. That's the only problem.
Yeah, but clearly it didn't bother him last night. So I know it's preseason, but we'll see how that goes. I think so.
And then I have Terrence West, Rob Kelly, Duke Johnson, Jacquizz. I have I think good fill-in running backs for the most part.
Receivers, you don't really
My wide receivers are definitely lacking.
When are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm never really gonna start.
Barring injury, are you starting anyone over those 3 guys?
Unless Devontae Adams is the biggest.
Same with
bust.
Dom's
It's
problem.
really
Dom, just fucking get back up running backs.
You don't need any wide receiver.
Trade whatever you need.
You need one at the most. So
but you'll find them mid-season when some guy does okay.
Exactly. You could find just a waiver wire that's averages 10 points.
So
we're gonna go to Matt's team.
Last but not least.
Oh wait, we didn't do Ryan's.
Oh fuck.
Hey Ryan,
Shit.
how you doing, baby?
All right.
Let's do this kind of quick because I think might be
getting close.
Yeah. But anyway, Andrew Luck, amazing when he plays. he's hurt right now. He's been hurt a lot.
No one knows what's going on.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows.
No,
he's
he
just
definitely
confused.
doesn't.
So if
All
he
right.
plays, he's really good though, and I think he'll play a decent. I think he's probably gonna be healthy this year. He's fucking due for a year, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the RBs: Melvin Gordon, Danny Woodhead. I mean, Melvin Gordon, he did amazing last year, but it's kind of like a smokescreen. I think it was like
Dude,
all
really?
touchdowns.
But like,
I think he's
got
good
a
though.
shit ton of
He's
carries.
definitely
He
good.
Basically got.
And they got
1,000
Keenan Allen
yards.
back, so it's like.
I think that helps him.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that offense will be a little bit better, and that
like
just helps
they
him
had Tyrell
overall.
Williams. Like, how the fuck did
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like,
It was basically
all
like a
let
Todd
that
Gurley
fucking kid
situation.
Beat us. We're not letting Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, and then Danny Woodhead. I mean, he's on a team that passes the most in the NFL, and he is just he's been amazing the last 2 years. He's gotten hurt both years though.
Yeah.
But if he stays healthy, I think he's a great RB2. And then you have AJ Green. Obviously, we don't really need to talk about him. I think he's gonna have one of his best years yet too.
Yeah.
I think Andy Dalton is like.
And he got hurt last
Yeah,
year and
Andy
missed
Dalton's
a
been
few
pretty
games,
good.
and
So
he did.
I think he's gonna
sick.
take a step forward, maybe. Julian Edelman, they got Brandon Cooks. Might hurt him a little
I
bit.
still
might
think
help
it's
him a
Tom
little
Brady's
bit.
guy, though.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna be consistent.
Tom Brady's getting
He's
older.
he's basically Jarvis Landry. He's like a poor man's Jarvis Landry. So
Yeah, but like now, arguably, like
Probably the same, honestly.
He's the like Jarvis Landry better
Yeah.
than Jarvis Landry.
yeah, Tyler Eifert. I don't like it. He's
a touchdown
He's
guy.
100%
Tight end's
touchdowns.
replaceable.
It's a little scary.
And he gets hurt.
I think Theo Riddick is really good. I wanted to draft him. Ryan drafted him right before me.
I think Theo Riddick is flames.
Yeah, Theo Riddick is a great PPR back.
really
Literally
good
gets like
last-
7 catches a game. That's like all with those yards, and even if he get,
And I
like
think you have a pretty
automatic 15 points.
decent all around bench.
Yeah,
for the
Mike
most
Gillislee I
part.
think will be a great fill-in. I love Adam
Jordan
Thielen.
Matthews got hurt, but
Yeah,
that's
Jordan Matthews. He'll be okay,
could
like
be
flex
okay.
fill-in.
Yeah,
So yeah, I like Ryan's team. I think it's pretty. It's going to be
Solid.
consistent, but also like I think can
it could
score a lot of
explode.
points.
Yeah.
With AJ, Melvin, Andrew Luck. All right, now we're gonna go to Matt's team.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
All right.
All right, so
Go ahead, do your take.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think Terrell Pryor is really good. I think he was undervalued in the draft. Same
Big
with
decking
Stephon
the whole
Diggs.
league.
Same with Stephon Diggs. I mean, he's amazing when he's not injured.
And he said last year the injuries were his fault, and this year he's taking every step to make
Yeah.
sure he's not injured for this upcoming season.
Yeah, I don't like Jay Jai. I've talked about this a million times.
But
He
see,
had-
like, I
he had
don't get it.
600 yards in 3 games, folks. And you're like, wow, that's amazing. And then he didn't top 100
All
the
right,
rest of the year.
But let's just like explain the narrative. He was fighting for the job all season.
Okay, and then he got 200 yards, and then he got 60 yards 8 weeks in a row.
yeah, but they still like it
He's
wasn't.
just a huge volume guy. They're
I
gonna
think
give
they
him
were
30
going through an
touches.
identity change. Now they've come out and said they're committing to him. They're now a run first team. They are
I
they're.
mean, I don't think RB2. I like.
I mean,
him.
their
I
identity
think
completely
he's
changed.
just
It went from
like-
Jarvis Landry the face to
I just don't
Jay
know what I'm
Ajayi.
getting when I draft Jay Jai. Am I getting 200 yards or am I getting 60 yards?
Yeah,
So
if you
we'll
get
see.
260 carries, who gives a fuck? How bad can he do? How bad can he do with 260 carries over the year?
I said 200 yards or 60 yards.
Yeah, but it
I mean,
doesn't
no,
matter.
you're getting 260
I mean, at the end of the year, I'll be happy, especially with Le'Veon Bell leading the way.
You'll be happy.
So,
Actually, I kind of don't.
all right, well, we'll see, because
Le'Veon Bell,
he needs to
obviously.
accept his fucking contract. My team is like scamming
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
shit out of
People
me.
are like, he's the riskiest first round pick.
Tell me who
which-
you're taking over.
That just doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense to me. Is he fucking insane?
You get the second
so.
pick, and David Johnson goes off the board. Who else are you taking?
Yeah, but Le'Veon Bell's ridiculous. He still hasn't reported a camp, but like he said, he's reporting. It doesn't matter.
Mets is already
He's
saying
coming.
Paul Perkins.
Yeah, send it over. But anyway, Kirk
Kirk
Cousins, I think he's fine. He's a good QB.
I kind of like the stack
Im-
of him and Terrell Pryor as far as
Yeah.
touchdowns go.
I mean, it may be like it may turn into a stream festival.
Yeah, but
but
I've always
I don't
been
think
down
it will
for
have
that,
to.
though.
Yeah, no, streaming is easily doable.
There are experts I listened to that said if you streamed any of they give you 3 picks every week. If you streamed, and they went through all of them, you would end up with that QB4 last year if you just streamed waiver wire pickups, which is guys that are, I think, over 50% unowned. Like, they only pick from those.
Yeah.
So, like, if you did that, you end up with a quarterback 4 or whatever, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins, I don't like this year.
I'm not.
He's talented. It's just that offense is going to hold him back.
Here's the deal: Kenny Britt had a great season last year on a worse team.
Times.
Yeah, because I don't know why you don't like try and rebuttal it.
I mean,
Kenny Britt had a 1,000-yard season, and the whole team got better. Everything on it got better, and Sammy Watkins is so much better than Kenny Britt.
Not only has Sammy Watkins only played 26 games in his entire career,
but here's the deal with that surgery situation. That is an injury that takes two surgeries to really fix.
But I see Julio only playing 60% of the snaps.
But like 60% is an over-exaggeration.
It's not, guys.
Yeah, no. Confirmed Sammy Watkins.
Second off, Goff is not going to be able to take advantage of anything Sammy Watkins can do.
But, like, he looks great in preseason. I think everyone's looking for that step forward.
I mean, everyone was looking for that step forward when Blake Bortles threw 35 touchdowns his rookie year. They say, wow.
Don't compare him to Blake Bortles.
I'm going to compare him to Blake Bortles because he was an early round
draft
pick.
Blake Bortles fucking
He was the 4th round. So can Goff.
No, Goff was the
first.
Whatever.
Suck.
Goff
was
looking
second.
Nice.
Goff was first
nice.
overall.
In the preseason game, he looked really good.
I mean, Blake Bortles looked good.
And if Kenny Britt can get 1,000 yards with him, barring injury, what can Sammy Watkins do with him?
I mean, you're barring injury. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I'm barring injury.
So Willie Snead is definitely a really good fill-in, though, I think.
Yeah, I'm content with that.
Marvin Jones, I actually think it might be pretty good this year.
Kenny Galladay, though, watch out.
Not that guy, though.
I got a fucking
CJ
steal.
Prosise, that's a good receiving back, and I don't like CJ Anderson.
Kenny Galladay is like 6'4".
And if DeMarco gets hurt, Derrick Henry is an RB1, so.
The GOAT. Oh, and if you want to work out a trade, maybe we could take some of that risk off your team.
Yeah, well, that's the league. We went through everyone.
Yeah, my landscapers just showed up. I don't know if it's picking it up in the mic, but...
Oh, yeah. But anyway.
God damn
I think some teams have a lot of risk. Dom, Owen, but when there's risk, there's obviously high reward. I mean... Dom's risk is different than Owen's risk because Owen's risk is like...
See, but I think Dom could win the league, literally.
No, I know.
That's how explosive his team is.
I know, but like so could Owen if all of his players work out. But even like all of his players, like I don't think...
I think they're
even if Brandon Marshall works out with
I don't
like,
think Keenan Allen's a wide receiver one this year.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, like he's going to be borderline... If he works out to his fullest potential, it's going to be borderline top like one wide receiver, or wide receiver 1.
Which is like
Emmanuel Sanders, I don't see being as good as last year, and he still wasn't very good. He was extremely inconsistent.
Yeah, so we know.
So
I hope everybody, whether
yeah, that's the league. If you made it this far, you're fucking G. I don't know why you're still listening, but yeah, thanks for supporting.
And we're going for it. We're going. All our chips are in the basket in the middle.
Yeah, and we're gonna win the Turkey Bowl next year. No wide receivers out.
Yeah, bro. No wide receivers. Just 3 touchdowns and like a fuck ton of yards. That's fine though. Put John Castellano on us. That's cool. All right. See you guys later.
Peace.